Welcome to Procurement Doodles, a student's sketchbook guide to Sri Lanka's procurement rules. Today, in our How to Select a Consultant series, 3 methods: quality-based selection, QBS, consultant's qualification selection, CQS, and single source selection, SSS. Let's dive in nicely. When the success of a national project hinges on cutting-edge expertise rather than a cheap price tag, how does the government choose the right consultant? Enter quality-based selection, or QBS. Under Sri Lanka's National Procurement Commission guidelines, QBS is the method used when only the best minds will do. You don't use QBS for routine audits. You use it for complex, high-stakes assignments. Specifically, QBS is appropriate in 3 scenarios. First, when the terms of reference are hard to define and you need consultants to show innovation. Second, when the project has a high downstream impact, meaning if the advice is wrong, the bridge collapses or the policy fails. Third, when proposals are so different that you simply cannot compare them on price alone. Here is the critical difference. Unlike QCBS, in QBS, price is not a factor in the initial selection. Step 1. Procuring entities issue the request for proposals. Step 2. Firms submit both technical and financial proposals in sealed envelopes. The Consultant Procurement Committee, or CPC, evaluates only the technical proposals. They rank the firm solely on methodology, experience, and the strength of the key staff. The financial envelopes remain unopened. The firm with the highest technical score is declared the winner based on quality alone. Only then do we look at the money. The government invites that top-ranked firm to negotiate. At this stage, the CPC reviews the financial proposal to ensure the rates are reasonable. Crucially, the firm cannot swap out their star experts for junior staff unless there is an unavoidable delay. If negotiations fail with the top firm, you invite the second-ranked technical firm to negotiate. Committee National Publicity, International Publicity, CPCC, Cabinet, Rs 250 million or more, 500 million or more, CPCM, Ministry, less than Rs 250 million, less than Rs 500 million, CPCD and CPCP, Department, Project, less than Rs 50 million, less than Rs 100 million. As per Supplement 01, issued in December 2025, the authority to award these contracts depends on the value. For high-value international QBS tenders over 500 million rupees, the Cabinet-appointed Consultant Procurement Committee, CPCC, is the approving authority. If you are serving on a CPC for a QBS evaluation, the payment guidelines have also been revised. For high-value assignments over 200 million rupees, the chairperson and members receive increased fees for their technical scrutiny. But remember, confidentiality is paramount. No communication with bidders until negotiations, and always sign the declaration of impartiality. To summarize, QBS chooses the best expert, then negotiates the price. Use it for complex, specialized, or high-impact work where quality cannot be compromised. For more details, refer to Guideline 3.9 of the Consulting Services Manual and the latest 2025 supplement. Ensuring transparency, maximizing value, and building a better Sri Lanka through smart procurement. In the first part of this video, we talked about quality-based selection, or QBS. Now, we'll see how the more experienced consultants will turn their attention to another method, one that's also clearly outlined in the official guidelines for hiring consultants. Let's dive in. Not every consulting assignment needs a full-scale, costly competition. When the work is specialized but small, or when only a few firms truly qualify, Sri Lanka's National Procurement Commission offers a streamlined alternative: Consultants Qualification Selection, CQS. CQS is a method where you first shortlist firms based on their qualifications and references, not on a detailed technical proposal. You then invite only the top-ranked firm to submit a combined technical financial proposal and negotiate a contract. CQS has 2 application bands. For smaller assignments, up to 3 million rupees, you can use CQS when a foreign funding project allows it, or preparing full competitive proposals just isn't justified. For higher value assignments, above 3 million rupees, CQS is allowed only if 3 conditions are met. Highly specialized expertise is required, very few consultants are qualified, and the same conditions, A or B from the lower band, are satisfied. Here's how CQS works in practice. Step 1. Prepare your terms of reference and cost estimate, just like any other method. Step 2. Advertise an expression of interest, EOI. Step 3. From the responses, prepare a short list of 3 to 5 qualified firms based purely on their credentials. Step 4. From that shortlist, select the single firm with the most appropriate qualifications and references. Step 5. Issue a full request for proposals only to that firm, asking for a combined technical financial proposal. Step 6. Evaluate the technical proposal, quality first, then the financial proposal. Step 7. Negotiate the contract. If negotiations fail, move to the next ranked firm. Committee National Public Highs, International Public Highs, CPCC. Cabinet 50 million or more. 200 million or more. CPCM Ministry less than 50 million, less than 200 million. CPCD, CPCP Debt Project less than 10 million, less than 50 million. CAO with committee less than 1 million, less than 10 million. AOPD Delegated less than 500,000, less than 5 million. As per Supplement 01, the approving authority depends on the contract value. For a national CQS assignment worth Rs 50 million or more, the CPCC decides. For smaller departmental assignments under Rs 10 million, the CPCD or CPCP has authority. Because CQS doesn't rely on price competition, the CPC must review the financial proposal for reasonableness. The firm must provide audited financial statements and justify staff rates, salary, overhead, and profit. And unlike QCBS, you can negotiate staff rates and reimbursable expenses during contract discussions. CQS is not for routine, large, or highly competitive assignments. If many qualified firms exist and the scope is standard, use QCBS or another competitive method. CQS is a shortcut, but it must be used transparently and only where justified. To recap, CQS selects based on qualifications first, then negotiates cost with one firm. It saves time and resources for specialized, small, or niche assignments. For full details, refer to Guideline 3.12 of the Consulting Services Manual and the 2025 Supplement 01. Smart procurement means matching the method to the need. With CQS, Sri Lanka continues to build efficiency without sacrificing quality. In the first part of this video, we covered quality-based selection, QBS. Then we explored consultants' qualification selection, CQS. Now we turn to the most exceptional method of all, single source selection, SSS. SSS means selecting a consultant without competition, directly awarding a contract to a single firm or individual. The guidelines are very clear. This method does not provide the benefits of competition, lacks transparency, and could encourage unacceptable practices. Therefore, SSS shall be used only in exceptional cases. SSS may be appropriate only if it presents a clear advantage over the competition in one of 5 specific situations. These are the only justifications, no others. Even when justified, SSS follows a structured process. Step 1. Prepare TOR and cost estimate, same as any method. Step 2. Select the consultant on a single source basis. Step 3. Issue a full RFP to that selected firm only. Step 4. Receive and evaluate the technical proposal, quality first, per Guideline 8.8. Step 5. Evaluate the financial proposal for reasonableness, Guideline 8.9. Step 6. Negotiate the contract, including staff rates and reimbursables. As per Supplement 01, SSS follows the same threshold limits as CQS. For a national SSS contract worth Rs. $50 million or more, the CPCC must approve. For smaller lower-value SSS, lower committees have authority. Because there is no competition, the CPC must rigorously review the financial proposal for reasonableness. The consultant must provide audited financial statements and justify all staff rates, salary, overhead, and profit, as well as reimbursable expenses. Unlike QCBS, staff rates and reimbursables are negotiable in SSS. To prevent misuse, the guidelines include strong safeguards. First, SSS cannot be used just for convenience or to avoid competition. Second, all justifications must be documented in writing by the CPC. Third, for foreign-funded projects, the funding agency's concurrence is mandatory. Fourth, the contract award must be published and a debriefing provided to unsuccessful firms if any expression of interest was sought. To recap, SSS is the exception, not the rule. Only use it for natural continuation, emergencies, very small assignments, sole qualified firms, or with high-level approval. Always document justification, review costs strictly, and publish the award. For full details, refer to Guideline 3.13 of the Consulting Services Manual and the 2025 Supplement 01. Transparency, accountability, and value, even in exceptions. That's smart procurement for a better Sri Lanka. Quick recap. QBS picks best expert, then price. CQS shortlists on qualifications. SSS, rare exceptions only. Next, Guideline 3.14. Universities, R&D centers, and government institutes. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Smart procurement builds a better Sri Lanka. Hey, if you want to never miss a future upload, hit that red subscribe button, then click the bell icon right next to it. From the pop-up, choose all notifications. That way, every time we drop a new video, you'll get an instant alert. Let's grow together. Subscribe and turn on the bell now.